Hello everybody and welcome back to another mall video. Now today I actually have two malls in this video and I can't really call it a dead mall and you'll see why here in a second. Now this first mall I was actually I just wanted to get this recorded because I'd never actually been here. I was actually in Anderson, Indiana today. I met some people down in the casino in Anderson and I knew this mall was here, so I ran over here and got this before we met up at the casino. And like I said, I had never been here when it was open, and that's a really cool old movie theater. It was all boarded up. I actually wanted to go in there, but I'd never been to this mall when it was open, but I knew it was here, and I already knew it was closed, but I thought maybe there was a little bit of hope that maybe I was able to get in somehow, but no luck on this one. But I knew the movie theaters were there. And also that's actually the theaters right there on the gray building. But I also knew that there were a couple stores in the front when I got there that were still open, but they had outside entrances. I thought maybe, oh, and also you gotta watch out for the security guard. He will come after you. Actually, I wonder if he's dead in there. I don't know. That car doesn't look like it's moved in about 20 years, but I knew that those stores in the front were open based on the internet, so I thought maybe they had entrances like inside the mall that maybe you could at least go in and see it, but no. So I didn't really get much on this other than the outside of it because there was no way in, and I actually tried every door like an idiot. But no, and that's an old Texas Roadhouse there, which is weird because that one's closed, but yet there's one on the other side of town, so I'm guessing they just relocated. These were the last doors that I tried to get into, and obviously they were closed, but this is the only shot that I was able to get inside that mall, unfortunately. But so that's the Mounds Mall. It was a really nice Carson's sign. It was very old-fashioned, but anyway, my friends that we met at the casino actually went home, and I actually went east to the next mall, which is in Richmond, Indiana. Now, I had someone actually recommend this mall that watched some of my older videos, and I also looked up online, and I'd been considering it for a while, and based on the online reviews and the pictures and everything, it's got a really low review rating, like 3 something, and most of the people in the comments or in the reviews on Google were saying it was just dead and there was nothing in there. So I went to this mall hoping to be surprised, like it was it was going to be like a really dead mall, but I was very surprised when I got in there. It was anything but a dead mall. It's actually a really nice mall. It's very clean. There's a lot of stores in there. So I would definitely not consider this a dead mall. And that's fine. I mean, I still had a good time. I'm glad I went because I had been to Richmond years ago. I don't even know why. I know I'd been there, but I didn't even know this mall existed until probably a few months ago. So, yeah, the person that actually recommended this, Corey Fry, I looked up your comment. If you're watching this, it's not exactly a dead mall, but I do appreciate the recommendation. So, because we had a fun time. So, if anybody else has any recommendations, just always make sure to put them in the comments, and I actually write them all down so I don't forget them, and I do appreciate all the recommendations. But this is a really nice mall overall. Looks like they've done some renovations, and the carpeting, that was really surprising. I've only seen one other mall in my entire life that had carpeting, and that was in Sandusky, Ohio, up by Cedar Point. I honestly don't know how they keep it this clean. I mean, especially in the winter when people are walking around with like snow and dirt and mud all over their shoes. I don't know how they keep it that clean, but this was one of the cleanest malls that I've ever been to. This mall is actually owned currently, based on their website, by the Hull, Hull, property group, I believe. And their anchors are right now JCPenney's and Dillard's. They had all the basic mall stores, a lot of clothing, GNC, Bath and Body Works, of course. They did not have a Dunham Sports, though. Most of these small town malls have a Dunham Sports. This one did not. It was another sports store called Hibbett's. I think I've seen other malls with those before, but yeah, it was just a really nice mall. And as far as like restaurants, they didn't really have any in the mall that I could find other than a pretzel place, and they were actually giving out coupons for half-price pretzels. And whenever I go to a mall to do these videos, I go in without, recording, and I'll do like a full lap around the entire mall just to kind of get a feel of it. And the lady gave me a coupon the first round that I walked by, and then she gave me another one. So I ended up with 2 half-price coupons for pretzels, and I did get one, and it was actually very good. I don't remember the name of the place, but that was really the only food that I could find in the entire mall. Now on their website they list several restaurants as being like part of the dining part of the mall, but they aren't really in the mall. They're actually kind of like outside, like kind of in the area. So technically I guess they aren't really part of the mall, but they consider it. There was like an Olive Garden and a McAllister's Deli out there, but yeah, there wasn't really much as far as food in the area. But here's a Dillard's. Believe it or not, I had never been to a Dillard's in my entire life. I've traveled all over the country, and for some reason, I've just never been to a Dillard's. There's never been one up around where I live, which is northern Indiana. I think they're more of a south store. I'm not really sure, but there's never been one around me. So I've actually never been to a Dillard's until this day. And it was nice. It was really clean in there, and it was really crowded. There were a lot of people. So this mall is definitely doing well as far as what I could see. So that is the end of the Richmond Mall. Now on my way home, I actually went up through another town called Decatur, Indiana. And I know that I've seen a couple videos of this place online before. This is the old Kmart that was there. It's actually I just saw it as I was passing through, and it's actually being converted to a storage place, which seems to be what a lot of them are doing right now. And so there were a lot of people in there working, and I think this is the original color. It looked really dark for a Kmart, but like really dark gray, but from what I remember, I actually went there when it was open. It was that same color. And the gate in the garden area was actually open, but they were actually in there working. So that's the end of all these malls for the day, and it was a long day of driving, but I'm glad that I went to Richmond, even though it wasn't as dead as I was hoping for the video is concerned. It was a fun time, and it was a really nice mall. So if anybody has any suggestions of malls to go to, I would definitely appreciate it, because a lot of them I just don't know about unless you tell me. So thank you again, and I hope everybody has a great day, great weekend, and thanks for watching.